Back at you with another video. This is Low.
Deadbeat Dad G accidentally leaked this on his stream. This is an actual document that LTG accidentally put up on his screen during a live stream. Oh, man. So why is this bad? This is bad because this isn't, oh, a detractor supposedly got his information and posted it up on Kiwi Farms. Or someone claims they hacked his account and this is his bank account balance. Okay? This is something he actually put up on his screen on his stream. Okay? And if you're wondering what this is, it's very simple. His detractors have accused him of having a kid and basically being a deadbeat dad and not paying child support. And then he puts this up on his stream. Okay? So, in summary, this is basically saying he supposedly owes around $9,000 of back child support because of legal orders against him. Okay? So he shows this and everyone's freaking out like, what the hell did he just do? Why did he put that on his stream? Okay? So you might say, well, what does this have to do with view botting and all of that? Well, that's a good question. The next day, all of a sudden, LTG is complaining about lost revenue on his stream. And it's like, isn't it weird that the day before, he accidentally puts that up on his screen, and then on his very next stream, he's complaining about Kick taking money away from him. All right? I'm going somewhere with this, don't worry. So let me just play some clips
basically,
here.
They didn't pay me for last night because when it comes to me, I can't get away with nothing. Everybody else could.
So you hear what he's saying? And again, this is very bad the way that he does it. Basically, oh, here it is. Hello again, thank you for your patience. Regrettably, the reversion will remain. Please keep in mind that long-form videos are not allowed, especially if there's insufficient interaction with your viewers. Additionally, blah, blah, blah. So let's see what he says, and then I'll tell you basically what really happened here.
Regrettably, the reversion will remain the same. Please keep in mind that long-form videos are not allowed, especially if there's insufficient interaction with your viewers. Additionally, if you want to watch this type of content, please disable your KVP toggle, blah, blah, blah. Do people that spam IRLs on the platform? Do people that spam IRLs on the platform? Do they interact with their viewers? So anytime we watch the Drewski shit, I'm gonna kill the kick stream, 1000%.
So here's what happened, okay? First of all, everyone knows that, well, LTG is rampantly accused of view botting his content, okay? That it always says somehow he has thousands of viewers everywhere he streams, whether it's Twitch, whether it's Kick, no matter where he's streaming, somehow he has thousands of viewers, right? But when you look at his chat literally never moves, ever. It just sits there. And every once in a while, there's a trickle. Like, for example, there's something called a chat rate on YouTube. If you don't know what a chat rate is, it's basically how many people are talking and at what speed they're talking. I have a chat rate right now of 15, which is a good rating. A great chat rate would be like 50, all right? But me, I'm a small-time guy. I got a chat rate of 15. When I play a slower game, like if I'm playing Dragon Quest VII, it'll go down to like 5, okay? But I have a decent chat rate. Right now on Kick, my Kick chat constantly moves. You guys on Kick are always active. You're posting the emotes, you're talking, you're razzing me, you're constantly engaging. That's engagement. And this is what I keep telling you guys, how important engagement is. You don't understand that what's happened is that there are creators out there that literally are trying to make a bank and a living on a lie. They are constantly view botting themselves. They are pretending like they have a certain amount of subs that they paid to get. They are actually gifting themselves subscriptions, donations. They are trying to fool the system into thinking that they're popular. And what they're hoping for is they can get to a level where people will start watching them just on the notion that they are popular. Because we've been actually talking about this for years, that there are creators out there that they don't necessarily do anything better than anyone else, but they're just popular. Why? Because they're popular. Just because they have that view count, because they have that number of subs, that number of attention on them, for some reason, people check them out because they heard that they're big, okay? And that's what certain creators are now trying to do. They're trying to game the system by fooling people into thinking they're big. All right? So what happened was LTG was sitting there reacting to a video for 1 hour. Okay? 1 hour. All he did was play a video. All right? and then he just reacted to the video. He literally ignored his chat. He didn't talk to chat for an hour. Imagine me on any given stream never talking to you guys at all. Okay? That's what he did. What ended up happening was his chat literally didn't move. Okay? You can go back and watch the archive. His chat was like a rock, solid, not moving. Okay? After the hour, he starts interacting with his chat again. Okay? So what happened was Kick used its automated tools to try to figure out what happened and said, this guy's view botting. 100%. This guy literally sits there on his stream making content for no one. No one's there. There's probably like maybe 100 people, right? Tops. And he's lying about 90% of his audience. It's all bots just sitting there, and that's why they don't talk. Okay? Now, he has it set up that when he wants, they'll respond. Because you can check this out. When he was doing his big react to me, whenever it was, a few weeks ago, a month ago, he literally said to his chat, hey, chat, move. And then immediately the chat goes, because he has it programmed that way. Okay? He is literally faking his success. It's all bullshit. And Kick is calling him out on it. So what happened was they demonetized him for that stream. Okay? Now keep in mind, he's already been demonetized before for fake subs, meaning Kick actually caught the fact that someone gifted him a whole bunch of subscriptions on Kick, and then they pulled the plug on it and charged them all back, but they had already paid him for them, so then they made him pay him back. He had to stream for like a month or two and made no money. He was literally paying back Kick the money that they had basically gave him a loan for, okay? He's out of that red now, but now he's got his individual streams now being demonetized one by one because he's doing botting. Now, here's the thing. Can anyone prove this? Of course not. Can you prove any of it? All you can do is rationally look at the situation and judge the facts. I'm a streamer. I know how my chat moves with real people in it. Okay? I know how it works. I know that these people who are, making fun of me in the Kick chat are real people. They're just kind of mean, but they are real people. I know that the people talking in my YouTube chat are real people. I have a chat rate of 21 right now in my YouTube chat. This is legit stuff. This guy sits there and talks to himself. If you actually watch his streams, you'll notice all he's doing is like lecturing. There's no back and forth discussion. He doesn't actually have like a conversational tone with anyone. It's just, I'm talking down to you. That's his streams. So Kick has said, if you're going to make this kind of content, if you're just going to sit there and watch someone else's video for an hour and just comment on it, and you're not going to talk to your chat and your chat doesn't move, that's not a stream we want to monetize and pay you for, and we're not going to. So he actually got pissed. I'm not going to play the whole clip. He got pissed because he said, I streamed 8 hours and only an hour was me reacting to that clip. Why didn't you pay me for the other 7 hours? Well, LTG, they didn't pay you because they realized it's all bots in your chat. They're not going to pay you for any of it. It's not just that 1 hour. That 1 hour was the red flag for them to realize that you're botting. Okay? And it happened not once, but twice. Not one day, but 2 days in a row, this actually happened. That Kick is demonetizing LTG, and he's making no money streaming on Kick in the partner program. They've taken all of his revenue away. Hold on. This is from yesterday, I believe.
When you're basing shit on how much people chat in a nigga's stream, you're basing pay on how much your chatters are chatting, is what kind of stupid ass business model is that?
They're not basing income on how much his chatters are chatting. They're basing it on the fact that they don't chat at all. They're bots. They don't want to pay for bot views. So they're basically telling him, we're not going to pay you anymore because you're botting every day. If he would turn the bots off, or whoever's botting him, because maybe it's one of his followers or viewers, it could be someone he pays to do, or maybe they're, do me a solid, bot me, right? If they would stop doing it, it would look way small. Like, I guarantee you, if he turned the bots off right now, his views would be 1/10 of what they say they are. I'm not shitting you. He's probably 90% botted, okay? If he turned it off, he would not look as popular or prominent or successful as he is, but he'd at least make money. The guy owes $9,000 of back pay for child support he hasn't paid, and it's just going to keep accumulating because there's going to be fees and things on top of that. I mean, what it sounds to me like he's going to court for it. Like he's going to be arguing in court, that's not my kid, I'm not paying this money or whatever, right? The guy needs every dollar he can make, but he can't get out of this rut of, I need to look popular, I need to be big. He's not. But he's trying to fool everyone and probably himself to thinking that he's more popular than he is. Listen, I know that I'm not popular. Right now, I have 285 viewers on YouTube, and I have, let's see here, 103 viewers on Kick. That's what I have. That's the audience that I bring in. And to me, that's a good audience. Okay? I like that. I can hang out with you guys. We can have conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can actually interact and have fun. And it's not me talking down to you as an audience. It's me actually having conversations with you that are meaningful, right? Do you like that? I think you guys do, or else you wouldn't be here. I'm happy with the level of success that I have, okay? LTG is one of those people that he needs to have the giant head. He's literally always bringing up other streamers that are bigger than him, that are more prominent, more popular. And he always says, I don't get it. I don't understand why they're bigger than me. But this guy, look how this guy talks. He makes fun of the guy, how the guy talks. Oh, he talks like like he's in the ghetto and he's at a barbecue or something. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand that no one likes him. All right. Me, I know that almost no one likes me, but there's a small group of people who do. People who actually have come and legitimately hung out with me and had a good time with me. Those are the people that I cherish, that I appreciate that you guys come by and hang out with me. I really do. But him, he doesn't appreciate shit. He just wants to think that he's a big shot when he's not. So here he is botting himself, or someone who likes him is botting him, and likely he knows all about it. And now he's upset because Kick has chosen to demonetize his streams day and day again, and he's not making any money on his content anymore. Okay? Stuart just did a £2 super chat. He says low tier engagement. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. And this is what I keep telling you guys, why engagement is an important metric. It's not about views, and it's not about flat income. It's about engagement. If you don't have engagement, meaning you don't have people chatting, you don't have people talking, okay, you won't get the actual metrics that a site wants to believe that you're a successful streamer. Like, the reason that I still have success is because I have engagement. If I didn't have it, if people were dead in the chat, not talking and not interacting with me, I wouldn't be having the level of success I do. And that's why I keep thanking you guys and asking you, please engage with the content. You have to understand it's very important to get engagement. It is. If not, then you can sadly have your stuff demonetized. YouTube, Kick, they'll say, well, you're not real. This is obviously fake crap, and, we don't believe it. So there you have it. And by the way, someone's botting me right now on YouTube because I'm talking about this, which I knew would happen. If you get botted like that on YouTube, basically what happens is your views inflate, but YouTube can detect bots and will erase those views from your stream, and you don't get paid for them. Okay? So YouTube already is taking care of this problem, but Kick just says to him, no, sir, we don't believe that this is real. We don't believe that this is, really who's coming on your streams. You're full of shit.
I guess it's
just like this. 4,954 out of 5,000 paid subscribers. In what fucking universe would 5,000 people have a subscription to this man? Not this one. And not any other universe or dimension of the multiverse does LTG have 5,000 paid subscribers. Okay? It's a farce. It's him gifting to himself, or his followers gifting fake subs to himself and pulling the plug later, but then he still counts them, acting like it's real. Or else, why would he get $2,000 of chargebacks on Kick for it, right?
It's as good as the business model of signing a bunch of blacks that ran off with the bag, too. Might be as good as that one. You're paying niggas based off of organic chat moving? The kind of shit is that? Or who made that shit up?
Lesson number 3.
The kind of shit is that? Or who made that shit up?
And as he's saying this, his chat's not moving. Just his bots are typing in there, and there's no movement in his chat. Meanwhile, I turn over here, and both of my chats are moving very well. People talking about what's going on. So anyway, because people ask me all the time, they say, why do you say that these are the factors of success? Why do you say attendance or views, engagement, and support? Because it literally is all three. And they all kind of go hand in hand. First of all, you need people to be there to watch your content. If no one's watching, then obviously you can't get the other two, right? So you always want to try to get views. But views don't equate to success necessarily, because you could have people influxing for a toxic and negative reason, and that will not benefit you whatsoever, okay? Engagement, the level that people interact with your content and have conversation with you during a stream, is now a metric that is incredibly important to content creation, because these services are now judging whether or not you're a real creator who actually has a fan base that will pay attention to you based on your engagement. If no one talks in your chat, you are screwed. You need to have an interactive audience, or else you cannot succeed in the modern era of content creation. And then, of course, support. Yes, the amount of people that are willing to donate, to keep your stuff moving, to get your stuff going so you can afford stuff and you can make a living, that's also directly important. But you need all three. You can't fake it to make it. It doesn't work as a content creator. Now, some people may get away with it, like maybe Burnt Peanut actually is doing some view botting. Maybe he's not. Don't know. But he's virally popular. Lavinia, I have no idea. Lavinia says, do you think LTG actually does have a kid, or that the woman is lying? I don't know anything about it. I don't follow that shit. I don't give a shit about that stuff at all. What I care about is stuff that directly relates to me. When you got a creator who outright can't stop lying about who he is, about his popularity level, about his level of success, he's in an empty fucking room in a house that's not even like a high-end house. And he claims that he's in a mansion with 1 million rooms and this palatial ceilings and all this shit, but the room's empty. He hasn't even put anything in it. And he claims that he designed it, like he's expert level designed his stream setup, and he didn't. He's lying. There's nothing in there because I made fun of him for his old setup, and he's embarrassed that if he puts something else in there, he's going to get made fun of again. Okay? Then he view bots himself constantly. Then he fucking has fake subs on his stream to act like he's prominent, and he's a nobody. It's pathetic. And the guy just sits there, and he's a smudge on content creation. Do you understand? Like, that's the kind of thing you want to be the antithesis of. You want to make it's better for you to have a small audience that engages and likes you than to pretend like you're big. Do you get it? Like, I'd much rather show my real numbers than to have someone come and fake it. I would rather have you say, look at these people who come, and I make a living doing this with a few hundred viewers because they like me. As opposed to, oh, it says that I have 100,000 viewers today, and they're all faked. Who cares? There you go. All right. So that's what I have for today's podcast, and I hope that you yeah, exactly. LTG says he has 9-foot ceilings and he doesn't get toys for a setup like you do. First of all, this room has a 9-foot ceiling that I'm in right now. That's a standard thing for a real house, is to have a tall ceiling. I have a 9-foot ceiling in here because I'm 6 feet tall and I can barely touch the ceiling. Okay? He's like he's bragging, my ceiling is tall. What an idiot. And, you know. Anyway, let's move on and let's do some Q&A, shall we? All right, let's go. Now people are going crazy in the Kick Chat. Let's go. All right, guys. Let's see what you guys want to talk about for the end of the show. Let's see here. What's going on, Faded Shadow? How you doing, man? Faded Shadow. No, I'm not 5'9", 155. Are you crazy? I told you I'm 5'11". Currently I'm 175. I think I might have hit the plateau of weight loss, meaning since I'm working out, I'm actively gaining muscle. And so I think I've hit that plateau. I'm probably going to be at 175 for a while because I think I'm still losing fat, but then I'm gaining muscle at the same time. So it's kind of evening out. So I don't think that I'm really going to lose much more. I could still lose fat, but then I'm going to gain muscle to replace it, and therefore my body weight's probably going to stay around the same. I hate to tell you this. Coincides says you don't have 9-foot ceilings. The ceiling in my kitchen and my dining room is even taller than that, and I have insanely huge, tall ceilings in my living room. The way that my house was designed is called open concept, meaning it's meant to be a giant, very luxurious space. They designed the house that way, so you can like see the living room from the kitchen and all of that. And even the rooms on the top floor, the ceilings are pretty tall. Like that's the house I live in. It's a very nice house. It's in a freaking private community of what's considered to be high-end condos that were built in the 1990s. Yeah, I need to get a better scale. My scale is old as shit. I have an old-ass scale, so I might get a better one. You know, as I seriously start to work out more and try to do things with a better weight machine and stuff, I'll probably end up getting a better scale because mine is, like I said, just doesn't have many features, really old. Donger Ponger, I have never view botted, no, never once. And also, and I've said this before, I've never faked a contribution ever. I've never faked a sub, I've never faked a tip, I've never faked a super chat, I've never faked bits, I've never faked kicks, I never faked anything anywhere, and I don't view bot. So, have I been view botted? Of course. Right now, they're view botting me on YouTube. Why? Because I brought up the fact that LTG literally view bots every stream he does. So, they're going to do it to me, of course, now. So, but, you know, I'm not doing that. I have no control over it. And like I said, on YouTube, they have it under control where you don't get those views, nor do you get paid for them because they can identify view bots, which is a very good thing. People have been trying to do this to me for like 5+ years. Can I get an RGB scale? I don't know. Do they sell that? They probably sell one that glows so you can read it in a dark bathroom, I would bet. But I don't know if they would have RGB lights on the side. Excuse me. No, I don't. I literally do not fake anything. That's just the dumbass detractor meme that they've made up about me. I've not faked one contribution ever. If that were the case, why would I not be faking it to say that I'm doing well every single stream, to seem like I'm doing better than I am? That doesn't make sense. Why would I selectively choose certain streams to say I'm doing better in and others when I'm not? Why would I ever have ended a streak where basically I was benefiting from having the streak be hit? None of that makes any sense. But that's the thing. The narrative that these people create never made sense. It's just them saying something negative and toxic to say it, but then when you try to analyze it in a way that would, well, that doesn't make sense, and here's why. Oh, that's it. They move on to something else, right? They can't be faced with reality that what they're saying is just bullshit. It doesn't make sense at all. Do I think LTG has a warrant out for his arrest? I haven't heard that one yet. I can't say no, I don't know, but I haven't heard that one yet. Paulie G, I understand that you want to spam detractor memes about LTG in my kick chat, but it would be great if you could post them once only and not keep spamming the same one. Once only per detractor meme. Like, we've all seen the 2 that you've posted now, but you don't have to post them 20 times each. There you go. There's a new one. You posted a new one. There you go. You can alternate. There's enough of them. You can alternate them. Oh, goodness. What's up, Alex? How you doing, man? I'm not obsessed with LTG. This is a pertinent topic that has to do directly with something that affects me, right? I've been view botted before, and I talk about the importance of engagement all the time. Here's exactly the reason why, and it just so happens to be everyone's favorite streamer that's been affected by it. So there you go. The notepad drama, I don't understand, because now, of course, everyone on the internet is saying, is it real or not? Well, first of all, why on holy hell would LTG have that note open on his streaming PC when he's streaming? I want you to think about that, right? Like, it's his streaming PC. Why is it opened on there? Well, was he looking at it right before the stream and then he opened, like, huh? It doesn't seem to make much sense. Some people are saying they think that it was set up that way purposefully to get him sympathy, that people will think that it's real now because he put on there without a DNA test or whatever. So now people will think, oh, poor Dale. Well, I guess if they like him, they would just say poor DeLon. But, you know, they say poor Dale that, you know, he has to pay $9,000 now for something that's never been legally found. I don't understand that. Again, I don't know anything about child support in the state of California or anything like that. I think that's where he lives, right? California. But if it's not his kid and it's never been proven to be his kid, how could there be rulings saying that he owes the money? Does that make any sense? right? Like there had to have been some kind of evidence that it's actually his kid. No? How else, seriously, how else could he possibly have gotten court rulings against him? I don't know. I don't understand that whatsoever. No, I don't know a lot about him. Every once in a while, I told you what happens is every once in a while, one of these clips pops into my feed. The same exact thing happens with Wings. The clip pops into my feed, and if it happens to be something that looks interesting or piques my interest or has something to do with, something that I would be related to, I'll take a look at it. In this case, there was a thumbnail, and it was like, he lost like $2,000. And I was like, wait, that's old. Like, that's old news that he lost $2,000. That was months and months ago, and supposedly he already paid that back. So what the hell is this one? And so I click on it, and then the narrative begins of, oh boy, I got robbed by Kick and blah, 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 and stuff like that. And then I look into it, I'm like, Cypress says if he signed documents the day the kid was born, he would need a DNA test to prove the opposite. That's what I mean. It doesn't make sense. How could he have a court ruling? No one can just say, you're my kid's father, and immediately be granted a judgment, and now you have to owe them money. That doesn't work that way. There has to be some level of evidence that you're the kid's dad, whether it is the DNA test or, like you just said, maybe on the day the kid was born, you were at the hospital and you signed the document saying, yes, I'm the kid's father, the birth certificate or whatever, right? Something like that has to take place. No one can just accuse you of being the father of a child and then somehow get a legal ruling against you without evidence. It's just not possible, Like, I'll give you an example, all right? My wife and I got married in 2019, okay? My detractors, this is not an exaggeration, were actually trying to get the marriage annulled. I'm serious. They were trying to, get the marriage canceled, all right? And you can only go so far in a process like that until something has to happen. Like, you have to physically show up somewhere and prove your identity. You have to have a notarized document created with an actual legal notary involved saying, yes, this person did this. That has to happen, okay? So without that step of verification of identity or, that step has to happen at some point for a legal action to take place. Otherwise, it can easily be annulled. If something accidentally went through, it could just be annulled once it's realized, oh, nothing was actually checked properly. It's very similar to a police investigation where someone, oops, we mishandled a piece of evidence. So it doesn't even matter if you have a slam dunk case. If someone mishandled that one piece of evidence, that's the proper way to do it legally, the whole thing gets thrown out. So it's the same thing with any legal ruling. So to me, that's just crazy that this guy supposedly has a legal ruling against him claiming that he owes $9,000 for a kid that he says isn't his, but never once was there any kind of evidence that he was the dad. How does that make sense? It sounds to me like he made a mistake at some point, right? He made a mistake at some point that made him now fallible or viable for liable. That's the word I was looking for this situation. But the question is, what was it? Because again, if he insists it's not his kid, look, you got give him the benefit of the doubt. What if it isn't his kid? Then how the hell did he get himself into this situation? That's crazy and scary to think that that could happen. Kimikaze says, I'm pretty sure that's just how it works in a state. Kimikaze, let me ask you this question then. If that's how it works in a state, why is every single woman in California not claim that their kid has a baby daddy to get a free paycheck? Right? Why? If it's that easy, just say someone did it, go to court, get a ruling, and now they owe you money. Why would not everyone have done that? And then I love this. Here's what I absolutely love. Then someone says, who cares? So I gotcha. I've raised a valid point that everyone should address, and we should actually say, okay, let's figure this out. No, who cares? Oh, because DSP raised a valid point, an intelligent point, that your argument doesn't work. Oh, it's just the way they do it in that state. So then why is every woman not accused a man of being their baby daddy so they can get a free paycheck? Oh, who cares? Move on. Huh? Wait, no. Why are we moving on? Because I gotcha? Yeah, it's what I thought. That's where the confusion lies. People found all this stuff online. They found the legal ruling, right? They're finding the information about it. So if it's not true, why not just disprove it? And I think that's why people are accusing it of being real, is he would have already done that. right? What would have been the big deal about just getting your blood pulled?